Hello, you are starting programming but you don't know which type of programmer to be? This video is particularly for you because I have a presentation which considered all the main types of programmers. Before the video starts, subscribe and like and share with friends if you want more content about programming. So don't waste our time, let's start. This presentation named Which Programmer to Be, all about programming. We will ask about only of basics, like these types of programmers, like the most popular data scientists, web programmers, game developers, app developers, software engineers. So firstly, let's ask about data science. So data science is science when you're working with data, you are optimizing, you use statistics, machine learning, analytics. This is exact science where you exactly need math, even if will be basics, but you need math. So let's look this is in detail. So data engineering, this is the first step is data engineering. Data engineers are responsible for designing, monitoring and optimizing data infrastructure for data collection to do comfortable to use. For example, you are sorting the data with math or statistics and analytics to use it easily. So next step is machine learning. Machine learning is a field devoted to understanding and building methods that let machines learn. That is methods that have leveraged data to improve computer performance on some set of tasks. Machine learning, we do some, for example, you do something like algorithm that will learn and do it automatically. For example, in data analytics, you do it all in manual, yes, but in data science, you learn the algorithms to machine learning and all will be automatically. In shortly after you programming, all things will do artificial intelligence, not you, not manual, it will be automatically. The next step is programming. Programming refers to a technological process for telling computer which task to perform in order to solve problems. For example, look, when you develop apps, you always use programming to tell computer what to do. Or for example, you do a small project or big projects, web projects, you always use Python for doing websites or games. Always we need programming. For programming in general in data science, we use Python because this is most easy language and it's comfortable to use because we have a lot of models that helps you to do work easily. So I recommend you learn Python. I learned Python and it's very comfortable to me and I recommend you to learn too. The next is web developers. So what to do web developers? We all know that web developers have two types, like backend and frontend. For example, look, we have a website, yes. This is there we have effects like this, or for example in menu we have this like effects when we want to click the button. Secondly, what is backend? Backend is when you the back of website you didn't see it, like frontend. For example, you creating a new account, it's backend because it's on server, not interface, it works on server, so it's backend. Okay, let's look another example. I have there a website. It's a very simple website, but there I have only front end. We can, for example, name Gmail, yes, for example, gmail.com, and message hello, yeah, and press submit. I press the button, but nothing happens because we don't have backend, and nothing happens. Okay, let's move on and look at the documentation of backend programmers. The backend refers to parts of a computer application or a program code that allow it to operate and that cannot be accessed by a user. We don't see it, but it's doing on the back of our website or web app. Most data and operating systems are stored and accessed in the backend of a computer system. When you register, when you send a feedback, all its backend. Typically, the code is comprised of one or more programming languages. Basically, we use language Python, framework Django for backend, and HTML, CSS we need it for create websites. Or you can use JavaScript, because JavaScript have very powerful framework named Node.js, but I recommend you more Python if you starting with backend. Okay, frontend. What is frontend? The frontend is everything a user sees and interacts with when they click on a link or type on a web address. The web address is also known as URL or Uniform Resource Locator. Understandable, yes? And it tells what web page should load and appear in your browser. Basically, we use JavaScript, jQuery, HTML and CSS. That's all. In my opinion, you should, if you want to be a web programmer, you should start with frontend to understand how it works and then go to the backend. It will be very effective. Here we go. Game developers. In game developers, you need, if you're doing a 3D game, you should know physics and math. Even if it will be 2D format, you should know math and physics. I think it's very important in game development. Game developers is who creates games in different devices: PC, laptop, phone, Xbox or PlayStation. They are uses Unity Engine program. Basically, for example, for mobile development is very popular because Unity is easy and you need programming languages like C++ or C#. Okay, we have two last programmers. This is app developers. A mobile developer, also known as mobile app developer or an app developer, is someone who designs, develops and implements mobile applications. For example, we have WhatsApp, it's a mobile web application and it develops app developers, app programmers, yep. They are responsible for the development of this software application in line with the appropriate mobile platforms. They use technologies like Android Studio, IDE, its IDE for programming and testing, and uses the programming languages Kotlin, Java, Flutter. I recommend you Kotlin and Flutter because they are new and the best one. Java, it's all done, but I also recommend you it too. Okay, the last one is software engineer. Software engineer is the branch of a computer science that deals with the design, development, testing, and maintenance of software applications. Software engineers apply engineering principles and knowledge of programming languages to build software solutions for end users. They use a lot of programming languages and build software. Software engineers use CSS, C++, C#, JavaScript, HTML, Java, Python, CSS or other languages. They use a lot of programming languages and build software. The example of software, it can be this PowerPoint, Microsoft Office, or this program for OBS, it's a screen recording program, or other programs, any program for desktop or other device. Okay, this is the end of the video. In conclusion, we knew that for programming you need programming language, of course, and you need math, it's important one, and maybe physics if you are game developer. Thanks for watching, follow us in social media, and hope you see you in the next video.